Welcome back to the Centerville Elementary Podcast. I'm Tom Kramer, the principal of Centerville Elementary. This month, we're going to do a new segment called Get to Know CES. It's where we're going to get to know a little bit more about a staff member. We're going to talk about our trait of the month. And then I'm also going to update you with any important events coming through October and November. All right, this month for the podcast, I wanted to add something a little different. So we're going to do a Get to Know CES segment. And I'm going to highlight a staff member every month and ask them a few questions. So this month I have someone with me. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Amy Kerner. I'm the school counselor at Centerville.
Okay, and how long have you been here at Centerville Elementary?
I think 11 years, because my first year was long-term substituting in different buildings.
Okay, so what other buildings were you in?
I was at Roarstown Elementary School, and then I also learned long-term subbed at Conestoga Valley in a different district.
Okay, so what's one thing, if you could share with people, that you really like about Centerville?
I love working with kids, obviously. I would say one of my favorite parts of my job is actually having lunch with students. I call them lunch bunches, and interacting with them during that time, doing fun activities during that time, just having conversations with students over their lunchtime. But then I also love getting into the classrooms as well, and doing classroom lessons in each grade level.
Is there anything else about your role that you would want people to know?
That every day is different. I try my best to maintain a schedule and follow that and have, structured activities and lessons and groups throughout the day. But sometimes there's an immediate need, and I need to help a student in need in that moment. So it's rearranging things. It's very busy. I'm working with a lot of different team members in the building. So every day is different and busy, and I enjoy that.
Okay. While Mrs. Kerner's here, I want to share about our Trade of the Month. We've talked about this a lot in previous podcasts, but we have a highlighted Trade of the Month. This month, we're highlighting unity, and you want to share why we picked that?
Sure. That's a very important trait for October. There is a national day, Unity Day in October. So we wanted to follow that and make it a whole month trait. Unity, speaking up for others in need, including others and not leaving people out. So we really wanted to emphasize that throughout the whole month. In particular, we're having classrooms do a buddy activity with their buddy classroom. So older grade levels meet with their younger grade level class that they team up with, and they're doing activities together this month specifically on Unity.
Okay. 2 questions before we finish. Okay. What's one thing that you like to do outside of school?
I really like to run. I run pretty often, at least a few days a week. That's just therapeutic. I enjoy it. I typically run with friends, so it's also a social thing that I really enjoy, and it's healthy.
Okay. And last one, chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Okay. All right. Thanks for joining us this month. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
So we have a handful of dates for you to know. Upcoming first next week on Monday, the 21st, we have a PTO meeting at 9:15. Also, I'm sure most of you know, we have conferences upcoming the 23rd and the 24th and the 25th. You should have gotten that information back from your teacher. But on the 23rd and 24th, we have 1 o'clock dismissals for students. And on the 25th, which is Friday, we have no school at all. So those are dates to be aware of. Also, upcoming in November, the week of November 4th will be our book fair week, so look for that information to be coming home soon. Also, the 7th of November will be class photos and retakes if you'd like to have those done. And finally, November 8th is another early dismissal. That one will be at 1:30. I'd like to thank you again for taking the time to listen to the podcast. As always, I'm going to encourage you to reach out if there's something that you'd like to know about. Please let me know so that I can include it as a topic. Otherwise, thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you again next month.